The beginning of the end. It all started with a stupid bet, like most terrible decisions in history. Jake and Mark were chilling on the couch, watching a documentary about the world's richest people and their ridiculous spending habits. And that's when it happened. The segment introduced Reginald Montgomery III, a billionaire eccentric known for collecting the rarest and weirdest pets in existence. His pride and joy? Diamond Mr. Pickles, the world's most expensive hamster. Price tag, $2.5 million. Accomplishments, three-time Hamster Olympics champion. Yes, apparently that's a thing. Special skills, allegedly understood Morse code and could perform a tiny hamster-sized backflip on command. Net worth, in social media terms, more followers than most influencers. Jake burst out laughing. Bro, imagine stealing that thing. We'd be rich. Mark smirked. You wouldn't do it. Jake raised an eyebrow. Oh, I would. Bet? Bet. And just like that, one of the dumbest heists in history was set in motion. The foolproof plan, which wasn't foolproof at all. Mark and Jake were not criminal masterminds. They weren't even mildly intelligent delinquents. Their last genius plan? Trying to sneak into a movie theater with a trench coat and fake mustache, pretending to be an old man. They got kicked out before they even reached the popcorn stand. So naturally, they came up with the most basic, terrible plan imaginable. Step 1, sneak into Reginald's mansion. Step 2, locate Mr. Pickles. Step 3, steal him. Step 4, Step 5, profit. Flawless, right? Number because they were absolute morons. The break-in, kind of. At 2 a.m., dressed in all black like budget ninjas, Jake and Mark approached Montgomery Manor, a place so ridiculously huge it had its own zip code. The mansion had 24-hour security, laser grids, and a gate taller than their apartment building. But Mark had a genius idea. We scale the wall. Mark, the wall is like 15 feet high. And we're built like spaghetti noodles. But it was too late. Mark ran full speed at the wall, jumped, and face planted directly into it. Jake sighed, checked Google Maps, and found out there was literally an open servants entrance around the corner. So they just walked in. Great start. The silent approach. Inside the place was a billionaire's dream and an idiot's nightmare. Gold-plated everything. Paintings that probably cost more than NASA. A fridge bigger than their entire apartment. But most importantly, right in the center of the room, glowing under a tiny LED spotlight, sat the golden cage of Mr. Pickles. The hamster himself? Majestic, regal, fluffy. This is it, Jake whispered. Mark nodded, reading a small plaque on the cage. Do not remove Mr. Pickles from his cage unless you want to die. Jake frowned. That's probably just a joke, right? Mark hesitated. I mean, probably. There was only one way to find out. Jake reached in. Whoosh! Lasers shot from the walls. Alarms blared. And worst of all, Mr. Pickles bit Jake's finger and started screaming. Yes, screaming, like an actual human. The escape, or lack thereof. Suddenly, the mansion turned into an action movie. Guards poured in. Smoke alarms went off. Somehow, a priceless painting caught on fire. In pure panic, Mark grabbed Mr. Pickles and yelled, "We have hostage demands!" Jake blinked. Dude, it's a hamster, not a government official. Meanwhile, Mr. Pickles activated full beast mode, launching himself from Mark's hands directly onto a security guard's face. Chaos. Guards were falling over. Furniture was breaking. Somehow, the mansion's smart home system started blaring, Eye of the Tiger at full volume. Jake and Mark saw their chance. They ran. But just as they reached the front door, bam! They slammed directly into Reginald Montgomery III. The billionaire stood there, holding a martini, wearing a robe made of what looked like panda fur and raising a single eyebrow. He calmly looked at them, a mess. His hamster, still attacking a security guard. The burning painting in the background. Then he sighed dramatically. Boys, you could have just asked for a selfie. The aftermath, Mr. Pickles was unharmed. In fact, he gained 500,000 new Instagram followers overnight because the security footage went viral. Reginald didn't press charges. Instead, he found the whole thing hilarious. Jake and Mark? Well, they became famous as the dumbest thieves in America. And the best part? Reginald gave them $10,000 each just for the entertainment value. Jake sighed. Dude, we're idiots. Mark nodded. Yeah, but at least now we can afford PlayStation 5s. Moral of the story? Never try to steal a billionaire's hamster. If a hamster costs more than your house, it's probably protected by lasers. Sometimes just asking nicely works better than crime.